tend to fall into a number of different genres. We just saw a very practical application, but another very popular genre with full stack students is, of course, the board game.
The games.
So I don't want to spoil too much. Let's let the second team show us what they've built.
Thank you. Hey everyone, thanks so much for being here. My name is Sarah and I'm here with Cody, Jeremy, and Neil, and we are really excited to show you the skills we learned throughout the course of our Full Stack Academy Bootcamp at Play. We recognize that having family in all different places can be a huge barrier to spending family time together on a regular basis. For our project, we decided to find an innovative solution to this barrier. We created a board game that we can play with friends and family remotely, 7 Wonders. Our 7 Wonders app recreates the board game by the same name. It is a popular game that involves each player competing to build the largest and most impressive city in the ancient world. An added bonus to this complex game as an app is that it eliminates the need to manually calculate points and lets you know what cards you can play when, with logic and features we created that calculate all of the moves for you. And now I'll pass it over to Cody to discuss our game features.
Our main focus when constructing this app was the multiplayer aspect. We first need to create different game lobbies that are visible and joinable in real time for any logged-in player. Our next task was simultaneous card playing, a key game mechanic where no player's action is executed until everyone is ready. The database keeps track of which players are ready to play a card, processing each one once everyone is ready. Another important part of 7 Wonders is keeping up to date on which resources your neighbors have available for trade. The database also maintains a list of each player's constructed buildings that is accessible to each client at all times. All this functionality was built using Google Firestore, a cloud-based database updated in real time. By connecting our front-end components to this list, we were able to update each player's display correctly based on each action. The result is a real-time game experience similar to what the player would encounter playing a physical copy of the game. Neil will talk more on how exactly we manage the game data.
Thank you, Cody. Because our game is a real-time multiplayer game, there's a strong relationship between the front end and Firebase's Firestore to provide the user with the most up-to-date information. The process begins on the login page, where information is sent to Firestore, which in turn updates Redux and re-renders the user's view. This communication loop is constantly utilized to provide a seamless user experience. After enough players have joined and someone clicks start, an algorithm is run to place players in the appropriate order around the table, randomly deal out the player's hands, and redirect each user into the game room. Gameplay algorithms determine what cards or plays are available, plays each player's cards simultaneously once everyone is ready, and re-renders the player's screen with the updated information. At the end of the game, points are tallied and a winner is declared. And now I'll pass it over to Jeremy to discuss hurdles we overcame.
Thanks, Neil. We had a lot of fun building this app. We have a great team and we collaborated very effectively, but we did run into some technical challenges along the way. One interesting challenge was implementing the real-time multiplayer functionality. As Cody mentioned, our game state lives in Firestore, but each player sees a unique hand of cards, set of action choices, and view of the table. In addition, each player's board can be changed by their own actions as well as those of their neighbors, and this all needs to happen simultaneously. We implemented logic to carefully control game state changes. Each player submits their own play action to Firestore, and our model ensures all player actions are reflected in the database before swapping hands and pushing down new boards and cards. Once we overcame this hurdle, we reached an inflection point where a lot of pieces began clicking together, and it was a great moment for our team. With that, we'd like to thank you for watching our demo and invite you to please check out our game at 7wondersgame.com.
Awesome. Great work, guys.
Awesome.
That's, well, I shouldn't say guys. I should say people. Yeah, Jess, what did you think?
I love it. I love seeing so many different games for Capstone projects. I think the most impressive thing for me every time is creating, especially for these multiplayer games, creating these rooms where different actions happen, like you do something and now it changes on my screen and everyone else, and coming up with that real-time capability is really, really impressive.
Especially the fact that each client is rendering its own unique version of whatever the canonical data is.
Yeah.
That's an interesting challenge that they had to work with. So again, just like the previous team, I'm super impressed with all the hard work and effort and time and great success that these teams put into this. Definitely going to try out the app and learn how to play this, what looks like a very complicated board game with a lot of game logic to it.
Yes.